Hi everybody, it's Patty here again. Today I'm actually quite excited to talk to you about this topic today. It happened to me the other day, and then afterwards I thought, hey, you know what? This would be a great information, um, a great communication information to share because I know that every single one of us has been put into an uncomfortable situation when somebody asks us a an embarrassing question or an annoying question, or you get someone that's just miserable, their day is rotten, and they want to make your day rotten too, or they just need some more hugs, right? I mean, we're never angry for the reasons we think. That's a really profound statement in itself. However, until that's figured out, I have some phrases to come back with when you're in a situation where someone has asked you an embarrassing question or they've demeaned you, they've taken away your power. They try to make you feel lesser than who you are. We are amazing creatures. We are wonderfully and beautifully made, and no one should take away our self-esteem, our self-worth. Okay, so every single one of these phrases start out with the same beginning. And so you're in a situation, somebody comes up to you, they maybe said something that wasn't quite flattering. Your startup phrase is, that's interesting. Okay, so every single one of these I'm going to talk about all start with, that's interesting. Okay, now you don't have to do it with the animated face I have. I'm a very animated person. My family calls me the female Jim Carrey, but that's who I am. I'm very flamboyant. Excuse me, I seem to have a little bit of a frog in my throat, so I apologize for all my clearing. But we have 4 setup phrases. Now let me think now. I got it. So, okay. I've been kind of repeating them, but I really do know. I heard this from a professional communicator about 4 or 5 years ago. It was my company had paid for it at the time I was there, and he was great. It was a full day thing on communication skills and things like that. But these are the 4 things that I remember because I used them over and over again. I was always in a situation at work. I've got some good ones, and I found my notes too well after I thought that I'm going to share this. So anyway. If I remember his name, I'll give it to you because I think he even has a website. But the 4 magic phrases that I'm going to give you today all start with, that's interesting. Now the first one is, tell me more. The second one is, why would you say that? Okay, so repeat them. Okay, that's interesting. Tell me more. That's interesting. Why would you say that? That's interesting. Why would you do that? That's interesting. Why would you ask that? Right? So, and then a lot of times, right after you've said that, there's the power of the broken record. And what that means is you keep repeating so that you are actually communicating to this person that you're poised, you're the expert communicator here, and that you're going to continue this on without giving in to their miserability. Is that a word? Miserability. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let's repeat them back. We'll recap. Every single phrase is going to start with, that's interesting. Tell me more. That's interesting. Why would you say that? You can even add, why would you say that to me? That's interesting. Why would you do that? Or, that's interesting. Why would you ask that? Okay, we've all been in those situations. You know, a young couple who've been married for a year and they go to a family reunion and it said, why aren't you having kids? We say, well, that's interesting. Why would you ask that? Right? And then if they go on and, oh, well, everybody, and you say, well, that's interesting. Tell me more. Right? You're not giving anything away. So maybe some other examples. Well, we get this a lot too. My partner and I, we've led full lives before we met. We've been together 9 years. And so we're very happy with the relationship as it is. Someday we may, but it's not high on our priority list. But everywhere we go, we're always getting this. So when do you guys get married? Right? And I just got sick of it. And it was about 4 years ago, right after I'd heard these phrases. And I just say, well, that's interesting. Why would you ask us that? Well, that's interesting. Tell me more. Right? And then they get just frustrated, and then we get on to another topic, and then pew. But you know the beauty of these phrases is it actually buys you time to actually think of a better response, but it actually buys you time to become calm, okay? Because our instant human reaction is when somebody says something cruel to us or somebody embarrasses us, a natural reaction is to embarrass them back or to say something mean back, okay? And I come from a long line of hotheads. I mean, we're emotional people. And, and that's always typically the thing. And feelings get hurt, and it's unnecessary. When you do this broken record thing, which I call too, it's like a navigational phrase in a sense. And it kind of helps you be the one that's navigating the conversation, and you're the one who's steering it in the way that you want. So these are all kind of NLP, really great communication tips. And so I hope they work for you. Memorize them, write them down, and let me know how you make out with them. So it's Patty here, and I hope I provided you some value today, and I hope you have a great day, and make it count.